Hey, it's Culver Woodhull. I've been asked to help out someone opening the ASSA Desmo. So this is the ASSA Desmo. Currently, the individual is progressive pinning. There are multiple reasons why people do that. This individual has a really serious health issue, which I'd help out anyway. Yeah, so there are reasons why people do certain things. So just don't be so judgmental or anything like that. So first, I'm going to attempt to open it with just one side pinned up. I think that's how he says that he has his right now. So I've got the right side pinned up. I've got the C-clip out of here. We'll get to that in a bit, but we'll just try to start picking and give a little bit of hints and tips about how to go about picking this Desmo. So first of all, the thing you should know is that if you're trying to get this Desmo open, whether it be a 6 or 8 pin, and keep in mind if you do have a 6 pinner out there, when you do gut those, I think they generally come with 2 empty spaces, so they could be pinned up to 8. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, so this is pinned up 4 on the right side, and with the key in, it's fully in. It's I just want to show how difficult, not how difficult, but how much force is needed to turn this key. And this is me pushing into the key, and I still haven't got it open yet. There we go. And I don't know if you can see that indentation on my finger, but yeah. So it's you have to really give it some push there on your tensioner, which you'd have a little bit more leverage on your tensioner using this. But with that being said, you can have these sliders set without you knowing it. So each slider has 2 false gates and 1 true gate. Once you're in a true gate position, once you touch a slider, it should move freely just by touch, just a little bit, just a little fluctuation there, just like that. If not, it should just be stone still. So let's try to give you an example. Okay, so if I get zoomed in on here, sorry, everything's backwards in the camera. Alright, so we can see a little bead of that first slider there glowing, and I'm pressing against it. I'm not getting anything. It's just stuck. Now we popped it up. Let's go back and forth, and you can see how now I'm getting at a camera. See, just about barely touching it. Sorry, I'm looking through the camera. Yep, so it's not letting me go too far, but it's actually letting me move the slider. I'm actually look at it now so I could. Okay, so see that? That is a true gate test, and it's passing, or a jiggle test as some people call it. So there's a little bit of play in those true gates, and so that's sort of a weakness on these locks. But it's also something that you should exploit. Another thing to exploit is using a light. And this open keyway, clearly you sell it. In lock sport, we use our senses. We use our eyes to watch the core rotate, or see some counter rotation maybe. We use our ears to hear the clicks. And we use our fingers to touch and feel all of those clicks. The same should go for your eyes. If the manufacturer left a keyway this open, exploit that to your advantage. I mean, take advantage of it. I think it would just be ridiculous not to. So some people are against it. I don't know why, but I say go for the light. Now, it's different if you put one back here, so you can't really do that in the field. But looking down into it, I could probably see 1, 2. Barely 3, I can't see 4. So Anyway, so we got 4 pins set up. 1 looks good. Moving on to 2. Okay, and we got a little bit of rotation. I'm checking 1 again, and 1 is good, 2 is good. We're moving on to 3. And the shadow of my hand is no visibility at all. I think I'm hitting it. Yeah, I'm a bit underneath. I'm gonna let go of tension because it feels way too solid right now. And I feel that it just, if it binds up too hard and you give it a lift, it could actually jump all the way up. And sometimes you don't want that, so you could actually let off the tension completely and just barely lift it up. Oh, there we go. So, and that was open with 4, and I only touched 3. And just to show you real quick that there, oop, can't forget about those sidebars there. See it's spraying out, and sorry, I would zoom in normally, but you see it's pinned up with 4. That back one there is actually cut really low, so that's probably why it popped open for us. Yeah. So let's go back to, well, actually, just give me 1 second and I'll be back to have this fully pinned up so we can get it open. So hang in there. Okay, sorry, I had to get the charger to put it on the camera. It went dead on me. So I was talking to myself for a good 20 minutes, but I had to get a nice little shoulder break in anyway. So yep, so we got it fully pinned up here with all the 8 sliders. Just wanted to show you that. And we will, just in case that went off cam, I didn't know. Okay. Alright, we put it upside down there. Okay, so the key works. You see how difficult that is for me to turn there, yeah? So, just keep that in mind. So it didn't get any worse or more difficult. Actually, might be a little bit more fully pinned, but it's still quite difficult to turn. I did notice when you're off camera, if you push in really hard, it's a lot smoother. But usually whenever you're tensioning, you're not tensioning down here, you're tensioning up here. So maybe it would be helpful to push in with your thumb a little bit, I don't know. Just be aware that you do need to give some good healthy pulsing from time to time. Let's get this in the frame here. Okay, so we're going to go for the full 8, and I'm just going to walk us through it. I don't know exactly where I left off on the first one, I'm sorry. I know we got 4 open, so we're going to go for the full 8. Alright, 1, 2, looking good. Three is not. Okay, now 3 is looking good. 1, 2. Alright, so see, that's why we wiggle these sliders back and forth. Even though I was sure 2 was set, it was giving us nice good movement. I just touched it again. There we go. So I think we are set on the right side. And again, just be conscientious about moving any of the sliders that we already have set. Okay, everything on the bottom left. Bottom left, I'm sorry. Everything on the left, I'm feeling for 3 and 4 to be sure. I believe we're all down in the lower position, so I'm not getting any binding off of 1. So it's not, they won't bind as heavy. A little bit off for 2 there. And I think, come back to 1 here. I think we just got 2. Just the right side again. Looks good. I don't think the right side is set any longer. Excuse me. Alright, let's check the right side again. Just lost 3, I think. Okay. Alright, moving back to the left side. Looks like 1 was binding for us. And there we go. Alright, so that should be all 8. Oh, I forgot the C-clip is not on there. Sorry if that took a while. Just going to stretch that shoulder. Sorry, just 1 second here. I really stuck with that one, so I'm just trying to help a friend out here, and I really hope I was talking through it and gave you some pointers that you could, that anybody could benefit from. Sorry, I got these. And yeah, so this is just, again, it's just an educational video. I've already picked this. It is a, I don't know if I went over this in the first portion that I'm gonna put into it. I don't. The second portion was cut off in the middle of picking it, and realized I was talking to a dead camera for a while. So yeah, let's just be careful here. And there's our core. Okay. Not sure exactly which way I want to do this. I generally do it this way. So I'm going to take off these sliders. We'll get a close up to those sliders afterward. Or not sliders, sidebars. So those are the sidebars, and a lot of the sidebar bearing locks have two springs right here. I can't reach up there, sorry about that. Okay, so there's usually two springs right here, but in this particular lock, there's a pin in here. This is what pushes against the sidebar. There should be a spring loaded behind that. Hope we're getting this on camera. Okay. There we go, there's our spring. And so that may be why it's so hard to turn, is because we only have spring tension. Yeah, it's coming right in the middle. You'd think that would be efficient, but that could probably cause an offset of that slider, either positioning itself this way or that way, depending on what slider you have set at the time. And that could very well be the reason why it's hard to turn that key. And I think you saw there how I opened it was a bit rough. Now again, that may just be this lock. I'm not 100% on these all locks of all the Desmos being hard to open. I know there are different models. I think there are two. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so let's get these pins out of here. We've kept you long enough. That. This is just how I got this particular lock. I'm kind of particular on how I do stuff, and as long as it makes sense to me, right? So, my last one. See if we're still in the frame. We are, okay. Okay, and that is all there is to this lock. Zoom out a little bit, and I'm gonna try to. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to dismount this camera. I can't keep reaching up here. Okay, so here we are. This in this light. Okay, so these are the sliders that you're dealing with, and the this, hold on, use something for accuracy here. That portion right here is what you're actually maneuvering up and down. Is just the very edge of this. This is that slider that you're actually seeing and manipulating. And up here, or down here should I say, are the, so I've got it upside down, actually how it would usually be represented. Yeah, so you're maneuvering it like this inside the lock, the keyway, and you'll see 1 gate, 2 gate, 3 gate. In the middle is the true gate in that particular pin. So on the, technically the bottom of that one, the bottom of that one, and the bottom of that one. And then of course they're all on different sliders as well. Let's check out these sidebars. Make sure you reassemble those properly. So if you have any problems reassembling, just make sure that sharp edge of the slider here is facing down. Ooh, wrong way. There we go. So that would be inserted that way, with that sharp side down. Yep. Okay, believe it or not, yeah, so the camera cut out on me for losing power once, and then it just cut out on me at the very end when I was reassembling it. At the very end there, I think. Anyway, I just wanted to add that if anybody has anything to add to help with this educational video, please do. It would definitely help out the individual that requested that I help them, and it would help other people as well. So just feel free to comment on anything that I may have gotten wrong, or anything that you could add in the comments. That being said, I keep calling sliders sidebars. I don't know why, or sidebars sliders, and I think I said cognizant a few times. Be cognizant is what I meant to say. Be cognizant and aware of not messing up the pins that you've already got set. So I'm just a little self-conscious about getting stuff wrong. But anyway, so that's the ASSA Desmo with 8 sliders in it. I really hope this video is educational and helpful for anybody out there. Okay, that's it. Take care.